The Beja Cathedral, officially known as the Cathedral of St. James the Great, Sé de Beja, is the principal church and seat of the Diocese of Beja in Portugal. Its origins can be traced to the 13th century, but the current structure primarily dates from the 16th century, reflecting a blend of architectural styles that include Gothic and Manueline influences. The side altars of Beja Cathedral, Sé de Beja, are notable for their historical, artistic, and devotional significance. These altars, primarily from the 17th century, line the side naves and chapels, each dedicated to different saints and religious themes, and feature a variety of artistic styles and techniques. Altar of St. Cesinando. The richly gilded structure houses a statue of Christ carrying the cross above, and beneath it, in a glass-fronted coffin, lies the representation of the body of St. Cesinando. He is the patron saint of Beja and was martyred in Córdoba in 851. This altar is especially significant because it also contains a relic of St. Cesinando. Altar of St. Anthony, Santo Antonio. On the epistle side, right as you enter, this altar is dedicated to the popular Franciscan saint. Altar of St. Joseph, São José. Also on the epistle side, this altar features paintings attributed to André Reynoso, a prominent 17th century Portuguese painter. Altar of the Blessed Sacrament, Santissimo. Another significant altar on the epistle side, dedicated to the Eucharist. The main altar of Beja Cathedral, Sé de Beja, is a remarkable example of late 17th century Portuguese religious art and craftsmanship. The altarpiece, located in the main chapel, is an elaborate work in gilded wood carving, talha dourada, created by the Lisbon master Manuel João de Fonseca between 1696 and 1697. The main altar, located within the choir, is a Baroque masterpiece from the late 17th century, crafted by a Lisbon workshop. It features intricate gilded woodwork and twisted Solomonic columns, drawing the eye to the focal point of worship. The side altar of St. Joseph. The altar is distinguished by its richly gilded woodwork and features a statue of St. Joseph dressed in ornate vestments. Behind the statue is a painted altarpiece, and below, in a small glass case, is a relic associated with the saint. Altar of St. James, Santiago. Located on the left as you enter, this altar honors St. James, a figure of particular importance in Iberian Christianity. Altar of Our Lady of the Conception, Nossa Senhora de Conceição. This altar is distinguished by its 18th century blue and white tile panels, Azulejos, which are a highlight of the cathedral's decorative program. The tomb of José do Patrocínio Dias, who served as the Bishop of Beja. The inscription on the tomb indicates his birth date, 23rd of July, 1884, and his death date, 24th October, 1965. José do Patrocínio Dias was a significant figure in the history of the Diocese of Beja, known for his pastoral work, social initiatives, and for overseeing the elevation of the Church of Santiago Maior to the status of cathedral in the 1930s. His remains are interred in the Sé Cathedral de Beja, where he is honored for his lasting contributions to the church and the local community. The side altars are richly decorated, many featuring polychrome, multicolored altarpieces, and intricate wood carving reflecting Mannerist, Baroque, and eclectic styles. The use of gilded carving and painted panels is prominent, with some altars incorporating works brought from extinct convents in Lisbon during the 20th century renovations. The chapel of Our Lady of the Conception is especially noted for its azulejos, which depict religious scenes and add a distinctive Portuguese artistic touch. Each side altar serves as a focal point for specific devotions and feast days, contributing to the spiritual life of the cathedral. Their artistic and historical value lies in the way they encapsulate the religious, cultural, and artistic currents of Beja from the 17th century onward. The cathedral was constructed on the site of an earlier religious building, possibly a mosque, following the Christian reconquest of Beja from the Moors by King Afonso III in the 13th century. Over the centuries, the cathedral underwent significant renovations and modifications, which have obscured its original appearance, making it difficult to determine its exact initial architectural style. The exterior of the cathedral is noted for its sober and somewhat austere appearance, especially when compared to the grandeur of the adjacent Beja Castle. Inside, however, the cathedral reveals a richly decorated interior with intricate carvings, stained glass windows, and soaring arches that create an atmosphere of reverence and tranquility.